Have you ever thought about how important your job is? In fact, when you really stop to think about it, your job is one of the most important jobs there is because you help feed people around the world. Each piece of fruit and vegetable that you harvest or pack with your hands can travel thousands of miles to feed all kinds of people, men and women, children, the elderly, and families just like yours. What about your own family? You probably wash their fruits and vegetables, or make sure they wash them before they eat them. And there are probably many other things you do to protect your family and make sure what they eat is safe and good for them. In a similar way, you also play a part in helping to make sure the food you harvest is safe for millions of other people. Though you've never met most of them, you touch their lives every day. You could even say that their health and safety is influenced by how well you do your job. As you can see, your job is very important. Food experts recommend that we all eat at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day to get the nutrition our bodies need to stay healthy. People seem to be listening to these important messages because they are eating more fresh fruits and vegetables than ever before. Increased consumption of fresh fruits and vegetables means that everyone involved in growing, harvesting, sorting, and packing produce is very important in assuring the safety of fresh fruits and vegetables. One way that fruits and vegetables can become unsafe is by carrying harmful germs. Although we can't see germs without a microscope, they are everywhere, even on us. Let's see how these microscopic germs can spread without anyone knowing it, even during harvest and packing. Suppose you get germs on your hands by doing some ordinary everyday thing, like going to the bathroom, or blowing your nose, or tying your shoes, or even picking something up off the floor. These germs or bacteria that are on your body, clothes, and hands can be transferred to fresh fruits and vegetables during harvesting and packing. As you can see, there are many different ways bacteria and other disease-causing organisms can move from place to place, causing fruits and vegetables to be contaminated. Contamination can occur when good hygienic practices are not followed during the harvesting and packing of fruits and vegetables. Showering daily, wearing clean clothes, and washing your hands often are examples of good hygienic practices. Practicing good personal hygiene is very important for your own health as well as for the safety of the fruits and vegetables you harvest and pack. Washing your hands can prevent you from getting sick and can prevent germs from being passed on to the fruits and vegetables you handle. Prevention is the goal. Unfortunately, when contamination does occur, those that get the sickest are the most vulnerable among us: the very young, the very old, pregnant women, and people with chronic illnesses. They can become so sick they could die because of these harmful germs. Of course, food is at risk for contamination at every step in the food system, through harvesting, sorting, and packing, while on display at the market, and even during preparation at home. But the only thing you can control is your own actions, and the things you do to protect the food you harvest or pack. After that, we hope everyone does their job as well as you do. This video will discuss ways you can prevent contamination of fruits and vegetables while you work. The video was filmed in real production fields and packing houses across the United States. No operation is perfect, and so you may notice situations where practices could be improved, such as the addition of protective equipment such as hairnets or the removal of items such as jewelry. Take note of these practices as you watch the video and think about what you would do to prevent contamination. Your supervisor may take time to discuss some of these issues with you at the conclusion of the video. The government provides guidelines that protect and support you while you are at work. The guidelines for proper worker safety and sanitation say that growers must provide workers with clean and sanitary toilets and hand-washing facilities, including soap, water, and single-use towels, within a 1/4 mile walk of your work location in the field, or, in the case of rough, hilly areas, as close as a vehicle can be driven. Toilet facilities may be fixed or portable and must be supplied with adequate toilet paper, hand soap, water, and paper towels for employees' hand washing needs. They must also be ventilated and properly constructed and screened to ensure your privacy. If you see that your facility is running out of toilet paper, soap, paper towels, or water, is dirty, or has some other problem that makes it unsanitary, tell your supervisor. It is every worker's responsibility to help keep the toilet facilities sanitary through proper use and informing supervisors of maintenance needs. While most people know how to use a field toilet, some may have questions about how to properly use them. Field toilets have an elevated seat to sit on. Clean toilet seats will not transmit diseases, so avoid urinating or defecating on the seat by sitting down. Never stand on the toilet seat. Sometimes field toilets have urinals to use for urination only. All field toilets are designed to have toilet paper deposited directly into them. Never place used toilet paper next to the toilet. Always throw it into the toilet. Packing houses often have flush toilets. Used toilet paper should be deposited into the toilet, and then the toilet should be flushed after each use. If there is a problem and the toilet will not flush, notify your supervisor. Always wash your hands after using the toilet. Some of the most serious illnesses happen because people who handle food don't wash their hands after they use the toilet. You should also wash your hands before beginning work, after you finish your workday, and frequently throughout the day. Some other important times include before and after eating, smoking, and taking breaks. Guidelines require your hand washing facilities to be located near the toilet facility. Your hand washing facility is also required to have clean water, soap, and disposable towels. Although the water is clean, you should not drink it. The water is provided for hand washing only. Now, let's review the best hand washing technique for removing dirt and germs. It's important to take enough time to wash your hands properly. A recommended guideline for thorough hand washing is to continue washing, scrubbing all areas of your hands for at least 20 seconds. First, thoroughly wet your hands under the running water. Apply plenty of soap and work it into a lather. Be sure to wash all surfaces of your hands. It's natural to pay attention to the palms, but sometimes we forget to wash the backs of our hands and between our fingers. Wash all sides of your fingers and exposed areas of your forearms, and work the soap into the areas under and around your fingernails. When you've finished washing, rinse your hands and dry with a paper towel and throw the used towel in a trash can when you are finished. Never use a towel more than once, and never share a towel with someone else. Many harmful germs hide in wet towels. You can make yourself and others sick using someone else's towel. Never ever just rinse your hands quickly without soap and wipe them on your clothing. Not only are your hands still dirty, you could pick up even more germs from your clothes. Practicing proper hand washing is the best way to reduce the risk of germs being passed from your hands to the fruits and vegetables that you touch. Finally, your employer may also provide a hand sanitizer, but use it only after washing your hands with soap first. If used alone, sanitizers can miss the germs that may be hiding in the dirt on your hands. If you are required to wear gloves, remember to use disposable gloves properly. They are not a substitute for proper hand washing. The best practice is to first properly wash and dry your bare hands, then put on your gloves. If you are required to wear non-disposable gloves, such as rubber gloves, the gloves should be washed as frequently as bare hands. Remember to properly wash your hands before and after putting on non-disposable gloves, and throw them away when they get ripped, torn, or become uncleanable. Remember, if your hand washing facility is low on water, soap, or towels, or has some other problem, let your supervisor know so it can be restocked or repaired. Your employer should provide drinking water for you that meets the standards for clean, pure drinking water. The water container should be cleaned before filling and covered to prevent anything from contaminating it. If disposable cups are provided, use each cup only once, then throw it in the trash container. To protect yourself and your fellow workers from getting sick, never share cups, water dippers, containers, or water bottles that you brought from home because germs can be easily transferred from one person to another. If water is provided from a drinking fountain, the fountain should have enough pressure to project the water well away from the spout. To protect yourself from getting other people's germs, never place your mouth on or close to the spout. If your drinking water facility is low on water or cups or doesn't work well, let your supervisor know immediately. Not having water available when you need it can also make you sick. The first thing you must protect is your own health and safety. If you have symptoms of illness, such as nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea, you could be infected with germs that could harm the food you are handling, and you should not handle fruits and vegetables until you are well. Report any illness to your supervisor. If you cut yourself while working, seek first aid immediately. If you have a sore, cut, or blister that is bleeding or infected, or has some other discharge, apply proper medication and cover it with a bandage. Then notify your supervisor to ensure that any produce or produce packages with blood on them can be destroyed. And if the sore, cut, or blister is on your hands, you should wear gloves, even if you don't normally do so. Ask your supervisor to provide gloves for you while your wound heals. This will provide added protection to prevent contaminating the fruits and vegetables you are working with. Remember, by practicing good personal hygiene, you protect your own health, your family's health, and the health of everyone who eats the fruits and vegetables you harvest and pack. Let's review some important things. Your employer must provide facilities for you to maintain your personal health and hygiene on the job. These include a private, clean, and sanitary place to use the toilet, with a fully equipped hand-washing facility nearby, as well as a supply of clean drinking water that's readily available to you throughout your workday. Be sure to take advantage of these facilities and be aware of your own health and how it affects the fruits and vegetables you harvest and pack. If you are ill or have symptoms such as diarrhea, jaundice, or vomiting, notify your supervisor. You should not handle fruits and vegetables when you are ill, because you could contaminate the produce you handle and make others very sick. Chronic diarrhea is not normal, and you could be infected with pathogens that can cause foodborne illness. If you have additional medical concerns, discuss them with your supervisor and seek medical care. Your health is very important. When you are healthy and at work, shower daily, wear clean clothes, and wash your hands often throughout the day. Hand washing is very important and should always be done after using the bathroom, as well as before and after eating, smoking, and taking breaks. Other important times include after touching exposed skin, dirty clothes, or other possibly contaminated surfaces. Be sure to use soap and rub your hands for 20 seconds. Protect yourself and the produce you handle. And remember, above all, your work is very important. Millions of people all across the world appreciate the safe and wholesome food you help produce. In fact, without your careful work, there wouldn't be the wonderful variety of fresh fruits and vegetables that keep families, just like yours, healthy and strong.